Dev Garg is Vice President, Indian Rice Exporters Federation, that is IREF. Mr. Garg, good to have you with us here. You know, you just heard President Trump. What do you... so just give us the facts first. How much rice goes to the US? What kind of rice? There's basmati and non-basmati varieties. What is the export dependency for, the rice industry in India to the US? Mr. Garg, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah. Did you get the question, sir? We couldn't hear you earlier.
Yes. So last year, India exported about $374 million worth of basmati rice to the US, and in terms of quantity, it was around 270,000 metric tons. So as far as basmati is concerned, the US is the fourth largest market for Indian rice, though it is a substantial market. But Indian rice exports, basmati rice exports, are very well diversified across the world. And similarly, if we talk about non-basmati rice, so India supplied around 60,000 tons of non-basmati rice to the US, placing US as the 24th largest market for non-basmati rice for Indian exporters. Now, when we talk about rice, rice is not an homogeneous commodity. So the rice which is grown in the US is not an apt-to-apt replacement for Indian rice. Mostly the Indian rice which is exported to the US is consumed by people from the subcontinent, that is from Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, and many expatriates from the Gulf region, primarily from Iran, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and from these countries. So even if, even after imposition of 50% tariff, earlier you would know that before this entire fiasco, the tariff on Indian rice stood at 10%, which was later on increased to 50%. We have seen that in spite of increase of this tariff at 50% level, the trade has continued because it is the consumer, it is the US consumer who has borne the brunt of these tariffs. And I feel that Mr. Donald Trump's statement is in line with that frustration, that in spite of imposition of 50% tariff, the Indian markets have remained resilient and the exports have continued to grow. Because, food is something which you get used to. Food is something that you need. You don't import food because you do a favor for the Indian exporters or the Indian economy. You import food because it is your requirement. So even after imposition of the tariff.
Mr. Garg, that point is taken that Indian rice is preferred by choice. But Trump's allegation is that Indian rice is being dumped. So in terms of pricing, after this imposition of a 50% penalty, how would the pricing of Indian rice compare, basmati and non-basmati, versus what is available in the US? Do you have any numbers to rebut this allegation by Donald Trump?
Yes. So the export price out of India has predominantly remained more or less the same. So though this will depend on different qualities, so we can take an average price around $950 per metric ton. So if we talk about...
Got it. Mr. Garg, sorry, apologies. We'll leave it there. Sorry, we're running into market open, but very useful, very, very useful, the context, and we'll invite you back for more details. Thanks very much for joining us.